Hi, this is Diet Denny. I'm back. Anyways, this is kind of a workout room. I'm going to tour you around a little bit. Here's the TV set. We redid this whole entire room. We had a bed in here, and since no one ever comes over, it was kind of worthless. It was just an empty room. So we bought a TV set and one of these things here. And I just took some stuff out of the garage. I've had this helmet since 1980. It was painted by a famous helmet painter named Troy Lee Designs. And the beer sign I got from my, I used to clean pools for a little while. And then that's a picture of my blended family. Anyways, we went on our honeymoon and brought our kids and bought a pontoon boat and had a semi amount of fun because some kids were breaking down, kind of going a little crazy, you're not my dad, type thing. You're not my mom. So went through a little bit of that stuff. These are this guy I got to know through a friend of mine. He's kind of a famous surfer. Anyways, Bud Brown was a kind of a superstar back in the day, and he made a lot of surf movies. Bud Brown and Bruce Brown, they were big time movie guys in the surfing world. I got my guitar here, and I don't know how to play it, and maybe my wife can zoom in on that. That's a really cool old, drawing from Greg Knoll. He was a famous surfer. I just love that old stuff. And then this is my drag racing thing that we bought, and that cost more than the TV, which kind of was crazy. And we bought a new couch, steam cleaned the carpets. This is done by Rick Griffin over here. He was kind of a legendary guy. He was an artist and stuff. Oh yeah, big time. I got to know him through this surfing buddy of mine. And there I am on my Apple crate, probably 1969. That was kind of the bike to have back in the day. And my mom and dad bought that for me. And then there's how much it cost new, Anyways, here's a vintage water ski that I have over here. I don't know if you'll be able to get that because we don't have a whole lot of light. And a dirt bike thing. And my son-in-law gave me that, which is nice for a Christmas present. Here's our tiki thing. And this is me and my wife with my divorce boat. And back in the day, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's when I was actually skinny. 194 pounds. Oh yeah, wearing a white shirt. Big time. Yeah. So I wasn't always a big guy. That came way later. So, and then we got an old Coca-Cola machine there, or ice box or whatever. Now, I'll have my wife kind of pan around over here. This is the thing that I have not got on yet. I have not got on the treadmill. I just dieted like crazy for a week, and I lost 9 pounds. 9 pounds without getting on this puppy. But I've been kind of starving myself doing the 16 to 16 and a half hour fasts. And I didn't want to get on this because this has a 300-pound weight limit. And years ago, I was on one of these, and it just broke on me because I was a little too big. And I slammed my wrist down really hard on these bars. And anyways, gotta wait till I'm in my 280s to get on this puppy. All right, follow me. We're gonna go cook some food. By the way, my wife always makes the bed. She's a good kid. Gonna keep her around for a while. Here's kind of the living room. And a legendary dog. The dog is legendary, that's for sure. Okay. All right, now we got a whiteboard here just for fun. And this is basically me right now. I was 304, and now I'm 295, and it does say I want one more burrito because I like my food. Anyway, she's going to pan around the whole kitchen, get a little idea of our house. We're far from rich. I was a tile setter my whole life. My wife is a school teacher. And these are new plates that I told you about that I'm all excited. Lots of different colors. And when I was a kid, I would never be excited about plates. Like, whoa, come on over. Let's have a couple of beers and look at my new plates. But you change. So I'm all excited about the new plates. Because the other ones were 24, 25 years old. Which one are we going to choose? We're going to choose the gold plate today because I'm feeling kind of good. And I've kind of got a few items out here. And we're going to go to the refrigerator and let's see. What are we going to get into here? We're going to get into some mushrooms. I hope I don't go kind of crazy because you know what they say about mushrooms, you know. So, and I've been kind of backing off that cheese. But I'm going to do a little sprinkle of cheese today. And I've been snacking on this stuff. Like when I get a little too hungry and can't handle it, at 9 o'clock at night, even though I'm doing the fast, I just do a big spoonful of cottage cheese. Doesn't matter what kind, just cottage cheese. There we go. So, there we go. We got this little puppy here. And got our cheese. And we have our mushrooms. Now, just like all the other stuff that I showed you, the spinach and I'm not real crazy about any of this stuff, but it's supposed to be good for you and it fills you up. Mushrooms really can fill you up. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna live big. I'm gonna go one more mushroom. I'll always wash them off a little bit, unless you don't mind a little dirt. But, you know, dirt's not gonna kill you. Alright, so we got those rinsed off. My wife does not want me to wipe my hands off on my shirt today like I always do because we're going to go out and kind of live it up. We are going to go out and live it up. Anyways, we're going to chop up a little bit of mushrooms here. Now, I, again, am not a professional chef, boy or D or anything like that, so I will just chop these up a little bit here. You can do that. It's real easy. You go to the store, you buy the mushrooms, buy a knife so you can chop it up. And normally, I like a little bit of butter, but today we're going to really mix it up with a couple items. I'm going to do olive oil today. Wrong drawer, mister. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go with a little bit of olive oil. Not a whole lot. We are going to put a little bit of this olive oil in here. This is supposed to be good for you. I watched a YouTube video where the guy drinks this stuff. Well, I'm not going to be drinking any olive oil. I'm sorry. Sorry, buddy. I'm not buying you that one. So, I am just going to kind of spread that around a little bit. And I'm going to turn that on. Here we go. Now, we've got a little bit of this ham here. I've been eating turkey bacon. A lot of turkey bacon. I'm getting sick of that. All right, here we go. We're going to throw in these mushrooms because they're super good. And get these kind of going a little bit here. Now, all this stuff, I can't cook nothing. This is the stuff that I watched from my wife. My wife's an awesome cook. She can cook anything. Yeah, just anything. Beaver, who knows? Well, we haven't had beaver or possum or anything like that, but I'm sure she can make it taste good. Okay, now I'm gonna cut a decent sized piece of ham This is technically made by the devil, according to some health experts. Don't eat ham, it'll kill you. Well, I got bad news for everybody out there. Living will kill you, so I'm gonna go with that ham. I'm not going with a major big piece, just enough to kind of get a little flavor going. All right, so I'm gonna put that back. All right, let's chuck that in here. And I bought some sardines the other day. All right, well, you're not supposed to eat sardines, and then when your wife comes home for work, lay a big kiss on her, because that's not really good for romance. Good for your health, bad for romance. Anyways, I learned that the hard way. No, my wife's a sweetheart. So, I'm gonna cook these mushrooms for a while. I'm gonna throw in this ham here, this ham hock, the meat of the devil. I'm gonna get a little cheese and some eggs, another no carb breakfast, 0 carbs. All right, so I joke around a lot. I like joking around about being fat, and I think that ham actually makes you live to be like 180 or something like that. I like to joke around a lot because I just think that our world has gotten so negative, and there's just so many bummer things on TV. Which, if you're retired like I am, you don't want to watch all that stuff all the time. I'll be watching a great funny show, and then a commercial comes on. It's like, hey, you're gonna die soon, and I'm sick of that. You younger guys probably don't remember, but they used to have commercials for Chevy trucks and Fords and Folgers coffee and, Ivory soap. Just kind of light commercials, Playtex bras. That was the one that used to get me going when I was 10 years old. A Playtex. Anyways, so I'm just trying to make everything kind of light, funny, silly. And I try to be light, funny, and silly myself. That's kind of something I try to do, It's just, life's a little too serious, people. Let's hang out and have a little fun. So that's the main thing. These mushrooms, really don't know much about these, what the nutritional value is. I don't know anything about mushrooms. All I know is I buy them and I put them in the eggs, and they help fill me up. And I'm trying to do, right now, I did a whole week with absolutely no carbs at all, 0. And I don't expect to lose 9 pounds every week. That's not realistic. So next week when I get on the scale, I expect to lose no pounds. This is a 1-year journey for me. So I don't expect to lose a bunch of weight every week. And then I'll talk about the plateau. In other words, I'm going to lose like 50 pounds, and I want to lose 80, and I won't be able to lose any weight for a while. That's another window you got to punch through when you're trying to diet. But another reason why I've not gotten on the treadmill is because I've had a kind of a severe carb withdrawals. Almost waking up every day with a mild headache and kind of foggy. It's almost as bad as having a hangover. I don't know how in the heck these people kick hard alcohol and heroin and all that stuff, because I'm having a hard time kicking bread. Who would have thought that kicking bread is a hard thing to do? But it is. It is. They don't talk about that. And I've been learning about ketosis, all the technical stuff, And I go so far deep into it, I'm kind of like, oh my God, I got some ketosis going on now. I don't know. They say it's good. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But I'm just trying to do this basic stuff and maybe help you guys out. Lose a little weight, plus be able to laugh just a little bit, because I'm kind of a goofy guy. Let me talk about the toaster here for a while. Okay. Now this is a Dulet toaster. Now when I was a kid, I was a tile setter for many years, about 25 years. Okay. Hard labor. But when I was getting all these mansions in Beverly Hills and Westlake, Camarillo, all these places like that, I kept seeing this toaster, this darn toaster. So then I asked this lady, And she was kind of a snobby lady. Obviously, she had too much money for too long. And I said, hey, what's the story on this toaster? I keep seeing it all the time. And she said, with her airs on, why, that's the world's finest toaster. And I'm like, the world's finest toaster? Wow. And she said it with a lot of meaning behind it. Like, dude, I'm sure you got a bad toaster at home. So, my wife can find anything online. She found the Duva toaster. And I thought, well, I can't buy the mansion that the toaster's in, but I can buy that toaster. And it was around $300. And then it had more than $300 worth of fun with it, because when my stepkids come over, or my grandkids, or my own kids, I talk about the world's finest toaster because I've got one. And I've had it for over 25 years and it's never given me any problem. So I guess there is that. Kind of interesting, right? And absolutely ridiculous, silly. So, yeah, I can't buy the big mansion, but I can sure get that toaster. And if you really work hard or work 2 shifts for the next week, you'll be able to buy one too. There's only one disadvantage, and it's huge with this toaster. When you turn this puppy on, it toasts very well, but it doesn't pop up. So if you have it in this position and you space out on those eggs, you have some pretty burnt toast. So you got to kind of sit there and go up and down with it. That world's finest toaster. Yeah, a little controversy there. And does it do anything special besides make it toast? Well, not really. It just toasts the toast, and that's it, you know. But I'm a goofy character, so I like goofy stuff. So we bought that 25 years ago, and then I was watching TV the other day, and a movie star had this right here. He had a Wolf coffee maker. Now, I'm like, I want that Wolf coffee maker. My wife's like, why don't we wait till the old one breaks? Well, that took about 3 years. Found the old $10 coffee maker that we had for 25 years, finally broke. So we rallied up some money. I thought I was going to have to sell my pickup truck to buy this puppy, but it wasn't too bad. And I forgot what it cost. $400 maybe, or something like that. So, and then I like goofy stuff like that, you know. So here we are. We're back to this. Yeah, there we go. Olive oil. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, the thing's still running. So if you had toast in there, you'd be on fire right now. All right. So here we go. There we go. It popped. But yeah, it's the toaster that is world class. See, I'm still going on about the toaster. Anyway, dude, one more word about toast. I'm gonna lose my mind. All right. So we are gonna put some eggs in here. And what we're gonna do, now I always talk about the wife whisking it up. I don't do that. I just do this here. Oh man, I destroyed this one. There we go. And there again, like always, I'll always manage to get the goo on my hands almost every time. So I rinse it off. There we go. Good rinse job. No, I'm not supposed to do that today because I'm supposed to go out and have fun. My wife's like, Daddy, no. Okay, that's why I got my little towelette here. Dinky little towelette. All right, now here what we're going to do is stir it up like always. Just move it around a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, here we go. good here. There we go. Stirring that up a little bit. Now I'm going to pop this puppy out here. Ooh, boom. How about that? And I'm just going to chop it up. Like I say, I'm not a professional cook. But you can buy a piece of ham, chop it up, throw it in some eggs and some mushrooms. It's not that hard. You just go to the store, buy the eggs, buy the mushrooms, throw the stuff in. Don't have to be a gourmet cook by any stretch of the imagination. There we go. All right. Now, let's chuck that in there with the rest of that junk. All right, so what do we have here? We have no carbs whatsoever. None. Unless you want to count the mushrooms. Like I said in one of my videos before, yeah, I eat vegetables, but I'm not eating white flour or any of that stuff. You know, I don't consider that much of a carb. And I just lost 9 pounds of blubber. Now, blubber is the worst thing you can call this right here. But my little grandson, it's like, yay big, said, Grandpa, it's that blubber. Now, I'm sure that one of my kids probably said, hey, go up and ask him about that blubber. Which I think is pretty funny. But, I mean, there's fat. Yeah, that one's not too bad. They're stocky. But, yeah, blubber, man, that's a whole nother level. Not good. All right, so what do we got here? We've got a little, I don't like my eggs super dry or wet. I like my eggs just kind of medium. Now I'm just going to barely sprinkle that with a little bit of cheese. Yeah, I'm just going to go kind of lightly all the way across. Oh yeah, there we go. Now I'm going to throw that lid on there. And sometimes what I like to do is I like to clean up as I go, because it's just a good thing. Yeah, you're going to burn up some calories. And then when you're done, you'll have a little bit of a mess to clean up, but it won't be bad at all. We have a big surprise for you guys today. Yes. A big surprise. You're like, man, what the heck is that big surprise? Well, I'm going to do a little dance for you. Now, I said once before that I am a taken man, so, you know, all you women out there from 40 to 100, don't get too excited. So here's the dance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I might have burned like a half a calorie there. Whew. I'm exhausted. Oh my God, that was rough. Thanks. Next week or whatever, I'm just gonna do about half of that. That was a little much. All right, what do we got here? Melted cheese. All right, well, we didn't put any salt and pepper on it. Don't need a whole lot of salt. Hardly any, or probably shouldn't put any in there. Cheese has got a ton of salt, and ham's got salt. All right. Now, I'm kind of a pepper guy, like that ground pepper. Gotta have that. So what we're doing now, look at the size of that. Now, if that's not gonna fill you up, nothing will. You know, we're talking 3 eggs. That's a big meal. And let's see, honey, what time is it right now? It's 9:30. That's a 16. I always move that off a hot area. That's a 16 and a half hour fast. And I'm still having my coffee in the morning at around 7:30 or so. And that kind of takes the edge off. Then I kind of take a little break. And try to do the 16-hour meal. Oh, here's the milk. Oh my God, milk. Oh, I love my milk. And if my wife wants to, she could. I've talked about the cow several times, and I'm gonna need that cow pretty soon. I'm going through milk like crazy. A little more there. Oh boy, here comes the dog. Here comes the legendary 13-year-old dog. All right, so, anyways, I'm going to show that picture right there. How's that look? Not too bad. And that'll be $38.50 plus tip and tax. So, very expensive. So anyway, we're just kind of making these videos and to see if I lost 9 pounds. You see how my voice went up real high like that because I lost 9 pounds. 9 pounds in 7 days. Have I been hungry? Yes. I have been very hungry. But mentally, I'm trying to push my way through it because my wife's really skinny and she's really nice. And she married me. I was skinny and kind of nice. Anyways, I want to get back to being skinny and sexy. We've talked about it. She likes the white shirt thing, so, you know, hopefully we'll get back into that white shirt and I will get down. I don't know what weight I'm really shooting for. Maybe I'll lose 50 pounds, maybe I'll lose 80, 40, I don't know. I'm not trying to really think about it. But we're going to do a 1-year journey, which I mentioned before. 1 year with no nonsense, no more burritos and stuff. All right. Now, we can go back to this whiteboard. I put this whiteboard up here. That is the old Denny. Now, if you wonder what that is, that's a tie. And that's what I look like wearing a tie. Absolutely terrible. And I want one more burrito. Well, that was the old Denny. I'm not doing that anymore. The burrito's got carbs in it and stuff like that. Basically, this could be a breakfast burrito without the tortilla, right? You don't need a tortilla, man. It's just gonna make me fat or fatter. Anyways, I would like to say I'm really a blessed guy, got an awesome wife, and this dog, take a picture of that thing.
Oh, wrong side.
Tell me she hasn't been eating some major foods. I can't even tell what are you doing, dog? She's not a camera dog. Oh, I know, she's breathing hard. She's old dog. Anyways, this is Diet Denny. It's Saturday, lost 9 pounds, and I'm feeling really good about life right now. So come follow me, subscribe. It's one of those words I can't say. And let's lose some weight together. All right? Over and out.